Hey, welcome to another episode of the JosephrBristol Show. So, let's get right into it. Today I'm playing the Skulls of the Shogun. Many people may not know about this game, as it's not a highly talked about game. It's just like the other game I was playing, Spell Spider. So I play a lot of randomized games and things like that, but I'm gonna skip through all this talking. I usually don't do the talking part because I already beat this game. I'm just replaying it to try to get another ending. It's like 2 different endings that you can get. Alright, so I have my cue card here. I got a couple things that I wanted to talk about, in which case why I decided I have to stream this week. Let's see here. Starting stimulus. Oh yes, so the stimulus checks. You all know how I feel about the stimulus. The government gotta give us more money. It is a pandemic. They still talking about not giving us more money. Yo, I was looking into the stimulus money only to find out that these people are really pushing for this tax credit. The job tax credit, as opposed to honestly giving us more stimulus checks. In which case, that's really what we need. We need more stimulus checks. So I like this game. I like strategy games in general. I like to be able to outsmart my opponents. Let's see. So any game that allows me to do that. I messed up. I should have put that guy, that one, and then the archer could have been on this one. I messed that up. It's my bad. So let's just do that. Alright. So stimulus checks, they actually stopped talking about it. As we all know, the Democrats sent in their idea for stimulus checks. Republicans was like, nah, President Trump wants to give out employment tax credits as opposed to direct payments. Really, the government is pushing for everybody to go back to work. Like, that's the big, we gotta get these people back to work. No more free money, let's put them to work. They gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? That's like the big, huge thing right now. So this guy's a monk. He heals people, but I barely use the monk because, like I said, all he does is heal people. Joseph, I beat the game. You didn't. You just played this game one time. You don't know how to do it. Please relax yourself. I don't know how to do this. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, what am I talking about now? Stimulus checks. These people don't want to give us money. Outrageous. Why would they not give us more money? They all know we need the money. We are starving. We are dying out here. And many of us are very scared to go back to work. Because I told y'all what happened to me. I had to quit my job. They had the man in the job coughing and all kind of stuff, and then telling me I gotta go back to work in the building with a man coughing up a storm. Mind you, in Broward County, they got the mandatory mask for all employees. I don't even want to talk about the job. But stimulus checks, like I said, they don't want to give it to us. They talking about tax credits. Let's move on to the next thing. And then really they were saying, so as I'm looking into the stimulus check thing, they talking about not really making a real decision until like June, bro. The ending of June. So we probably won't even see a check until like July. That to me is just kind of like just bonked out. Like how you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. People dying out here. We're literally hungry. We need the money. It's not like we're just begging for cash because we're just like, oh yeah, give us free money. Nah, yo, it's a pandemic. People are dying. And they legit don't want to give people help. So that kind of, it's very worrisome to me. It's just extremely upsetting. But on to the next thing that I want to other than the stimulus checks. Stimulus check. U.S. laser military high energy solid state laser. So, I was reading about this online. Now, we all know the U.S. military has been working on various things to murder people. Like, that is sadly what our country is all about. I was looking on Twitter the other day and somebody wrote, why does Japan have, like, you know, why they got them on upside down trains and all that? Because Japan got some pretty dope stuff. Like they have railways that are upside down, all kinds of stuff. It's pretty dope. But the question on Twitter was like, yo, why doesn't America have any of those things? You know, there's a lot of comments. People comment why they think America doesn't have all those things. But one of the things that I know why America doesn't have those things is because we spend a lot of our tax money on military. Like a majority of United States tax money is spent on military. Souping up our military, making new weapons, infiltrating other countries, whatever. But it's mainly military. Like, that's what we do. That's what we spend our money on. So, I read about this high energy laser that literally can shoot airplanes out of the sky mid-flight. So, an airplane flying over, and they can shoot it down. And to me, that's like, of course, it's super dope. I love technology. But it's super scary because you're talking about the United States having a laser gun. And mind you, United States is the same people who murdered Martin Luther King. I believe they murdered Malcolm X. But they basically murdered numerous, people who stood against them. Speaking of murder, this brings me to my next. The transition was actually pretty sweet for this. So, let's skip that. Let's go to the murder. Flint, Michigan water supply is still dirty. That being said, I want to talk about how they murdered the lady. I believe they murdered this lady. The woman who filed the very first lawsuit against Flint, Michigan was found. How did this lady end up getting? I can tell you how this lady ended up getting. The government, they killed her. Mind you, no one has gone to jail over the dirty water. Is it the governor? I can't remember. But this guy is still converts one skull into rice. So, please, I want you to notice how many times I'm saying please. I'm trying not to get upset with you. Please, 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 leave me alone. Leave me alone. I beat the game. You didn't beat it. You played it one time. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Thank you. Thank you. With that being said, they killed the girl who filed the lawsuit against Michigan. They murdered her. I believe they murdered her. I don't think that this was no random death. And they killed the other one of the things I was thinking about, there are a lot of things that, like, I read, like articles or news stories that I'll read online, and like I be wanting to talk about it, but then I think to myself, I'm not gonna talk about this because I don't want this thing to get publicity. I don't want this thing to be something that is like, you know, how do I? Yeah, I don't want this thing to get publicity. Like, that's the best way that I can say this. I don't want this thing to get publicity, because there's a lot of stories I read about that I'm like, yo, I think I should talk about this. People should know about this. But then I'm like, nah, man, because the moment you start talking about it, then it gives this thing power in a sense. But the Flint, Michigan thing, really, I feel like that's something that we all gotta like really pay attention to. Yo, I'm surprised these people don't. Yo, these politicians, they couldn't stay in power. Vote them clean out. They gotta go. They gotta go. There's no way you're poisoning the people, you're poisoning the water, and you still maintain your political status. Like, nah, man, completely unacceptable, man. Nah, man, we not. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna let you stay in power. I don't know no other way to describe what I'm saying. Like, we're just not gonna accept it. We gotta vote these people out. That Flint, Michigan peoples, they really just don't sit well. It shouldn't sit well with anyone, because there's no way that there's still a state in the United States. People don't have clean water. Like, come on, man. It's outrageous to me. Absolutely outrageous. It's just some unacceptable stuff to me. To me, it's just unacceptable. This guy, you know, this guy. So upsetting that I missed that shot. And I figured that too. I thought about it. I was like, yo, if I miss it, this man is gonna do me some damage. Let's go. Because I want my Archer to turn into a demon. Archer to what? The next best thing to do is to eat the skull. So that I can just ogre to handle that for me. But the Flemish, I gotta touch on another subject. I'm not gonna wake him up yet. So here's the other thing I want to talk about. Michigan has dirty water, very unacceptable. Oh my gosh, Hong Kong, yo man, you know I had talked about this last year too when it was all over the news, because I really didn't know. That's my fault, so silly of me. I had talked about this last year in Hong Kong, how the Chinese people, man, I don't even support the Chinese people, man. The government, they are just absolutely ruthless, horrendous. Not just because of the practices of allowing businesses to take advantage of the Chinese people by, you know, paying them literally unlivable wages. The people literally make like $3 a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's they don't know when to be quiet. No matter how many times you tell them to leave you alone, they just keep talking, keep saying something. What was that? I can sacrifice him. Sit on this because when you're sitting on a piece that belongs to you, you heal up. That's 2. The other one was 4. Just always 2. He gonna try to kill my man. I know he is. He gonna try to kill him. Archer. Archer kill this guy. We gonna eat that skull as slowly as I can. Eat that guy's skull. Let me see what else we got here. Flint, Michigan talked about. Yeah, that was a sacrifice I was willing to make. Right, but that's fine because we're gonna heal him. Demon. To the sword, 3 skulls. Next turn. So my man here. I should have knocked him off the edge first, then let my archer eat the skull. So you cannot direct which way you knock them. You see that white line that's shooting out? We're going about to come from? That's showing me which direction when I hit them they're gonna go. I figured he wasn't going over the cliff, but I had to take that chance. U.S. laser, Flint, Michigan, dirty water, Hong Kong, which was very dissatisfying. Let's see what else we got here. Oh my gosh, face mask. What is going on with people? I'm seeing all over the internet. Please, people, be careful out here. Don't let nobody give you no stupid misinformation that wearing a mask will make you sick. That is so stupid. That literally makes no sense. I read some people online say, oh, wearing a mask 24 hours you're just gonna reinfect yourself. That is dumb. Just listen to how that sounds. That's like saying if I cough in my hand and I lick my hand, I'm gonna get sick again. That's not the way sickness works. You can't breathe in. Like, people are so stupid. It's so dissatisfying to see the stupidity of people. But worse, to see people on spreading misinformation on the internet. I'm like, come on, man. Don't be out here spreading misinformation. People, please, just, if you don't know, just don't say anything. You're better off just not saying anything. Leave everybody alone. But don't turn around and spread your lies. Like, come on, man. So, wearing a mask is not going to make you sick. It is literally almost impossible to breathe in your own sickness. That's not the way sickness and disease works. That's why we have... I might lose this match, but I may not lose this match. You see, what he's trying to do is he's trying to get Rice because he wants to back his people. That's why he got the Rice. That's why he got his dudes up on the Rice. I attack this guy. He can go for one of his attacks. He may hit me. The other one, he probably gonna try to eat his skull. Still attack him. Right. Now he has less life than I do. So even if he come to attack me, I don't have no more money, I don't have no rice. So let's try something. 1, 2, 3, 4. I already used all 4. We're done here then. We're done here then. Alright, let's see this other subjects that I had here for you. The mask thing just really upset me. You cannot breathe in your own sickness. Plus, no one in the CDC, no official ever said for anybody to wear a mask 24 hours a day. That was another thing I read on people going around telling other people wear a mask 24/7. They never ever said that. Because he's a demon, he can attack me at times. I think that's very dissatisfying. But they never told anyone to wear a mask 24/7. If you're out by yourself, you don't have to wear a mask. If you're in your car, you don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to wear a mask if you're in your car all alone. So I didn't understand why people are going around telling other people that wearing a mask will make you sick. Like, that's not true at all. That's stupid to say that, please. So if you're going around telling people not to wear a mask because they can get sick from wearing a mask with their own disease, please stop. You're spreading misinformation. It's not true. And that's science. I'm not just talking because I can talk. I really genuinely try not to do that. I talk because I know what I'm talking about. You can't get sick from wearing a mask, people. So stop with the misinformation. Now let's move on to the next subject. Again, I have to reiterate, Flint, Michigan still has dirty water. It's so dissatisfying to even think about that, just to hear those things. They still have dirty water. We need to vote these politicians out. That is so... Then you see what happened to the Native Americans? There are so many stories that I read that I be wanting to talk about, but I don't want to talk about it because I don't want... Look how they doing the Native Americans, man. The people dying of sickness and disease. Mind you, some of these Native American tribes, they don't have clean water, which is... So they're unable to really wash their hands like that. They don't really have, like, clean flow water and things like that. And then on top of that, a lot of the land that they live on is so restricted, they're unable to really social distance correctly. They're not able to do it. It's just so upsetting. Oh, yeah, so, and like I said, a lot of those companies, they killed them people. Not the companies, but Flint, Michigan researched the people who've been protesting and fighting, and they killed the girl, man. I should have got her name, yo. I should have wrote it down. But they killed the girl who started the lawsuit. For the dirty water. I think she was like 19, 18 years old, and they murdered the poor girl, man. I believe they murdered her. Now, I don't have no proof, but I believe that they murdered that girl. And then there was another thing I want to talk about. Poverty means death. So with the coronavirus outbreak being so prevalent in the black community specifically, poor people having such a hard time. I remember this match. I need to get over the bridge. I don't even have to kill all these guys. I remember this one. These motherfuckers is about to corner me. I gotta get over the bridge. That was like the main thing for this mission. So we're gonna split it up though. gonna send our horseman with our general, our archer, and this guy up front. That's how we're gonna do this one. Let's push out our archer. He got them thorns right there. If you get knocked into them thorns, it does extra damage. So you don't want to get knocked into the thorns. And I can kill this guy. Let's see the next thing. We're not gonna wake up our general. I want him to get a little bit stronger. I need to have a little more strength. Next thing. So, poverty means death. In these communities, there is no. So they were saying like, look at what was they talking about again? Poverty means death. What was they talking about? Oh, the health system. They were saying how basically because I love turn-based RPGs, strategy turn-based RPGs to be specific. This guy hiding in the bushes. Nice. Now we kill this guy. I find it very important to murder as many of them as I possibly can before they can team up, because we let these guys right, so here come look, got the monk out. Kill that guy too. They beat up over there, so that's a problem. So I want to take that skull, but I also want these two. Yes, exactly. Here they come. I told you, I remember this one. This is the reinforcements. The whole purpose of this mission is to get over the bridge. Like, that's really all I have to do. I don't even have to really kill everybody or kill as many as I can kill them. But the main thing is to get over the bridge. So I'm going to get over the bridge, but I'm getting over the bridge. I should kill the monk. The monk is a healer. They got a monk on each side. All you can do is heal up the people. I should heal up the monk. This guy. Kill this guy. No, why didn't you run away? Archer. Oh, they got the archer. I kind of did this whole turn bad. This whole turn bad. Let's see, eat this skull. Archer, let's go. We have a demon archer. There's 2 shots he gives off from afar. And to me, the best person in this game is the archer. I always like archers. They long distance fighting is to me one of the best ways, the best strategies. Poverty means death. That's what they was talking about. Healthcare systems, education system, and food in poorer communities is like the main factor for why COVID-19 has been killing people. So this whole pandemic, and if you watch the news, you know, I know you've heard it numerous times. This whole pandemic has exposed idiocracy of our, but it's not idiocracy because it's not that they're stupid why they made these policies. They're racist, and their racism allowed them. I want to knock this guy into those spikes, but again, when you knock him into the spikes, it's an extra attack, and it hurts them even more. They lose even more life. If I can knock him into the spikes, I think I can kill him, but I can't. There it goes. So I did my 2, and then he lost the other, just like everything. skull, then attack the guy. That was my fault. I didn't think that was the only way through. So, the poverty thing, oh nice, my time is up, 30 minutes, y'all know I try to give y'all 30 minutes of gaming time, then I'm done. 30 minutes of playing games and talking about various political subjects. So I wanted to talk about Flint, Michigan. I'm about to be done, y'all. I'm just recapping this whole conversation. Again, Flint, Michigan still has dirty water. United States of America, there is an entire city which has a large population of black people where the water is dirty. Yes, there are poor white people who live in the area as well. They too have to suffer from the dirty water. But I am black, so I like to talk about my people specifically. That is my people. They are living with dirty water. Yes, there's not much that we can do about that in the sense of, you know, protesting ain't gonna stop nothing. But there is something that we can do about that. Talking about it, bringing it up, constantly making it an issue, is letting the politicians know that we have not forgotten about what is going on out here. We are still aware of what they're doing, of how they're not handling these crises correctly. Not just the coronavirus crisis, but the dirty water in Flint, Michigan. Hong Kong is still suffering because the Chinese government is trying to take over. I talked about this last year. Hong Kong is an independent nation who practices democracy after they were freed from British rule. And the Chinese government, and you know, I try not to buy from Amazon. There are two companies that I really don't like. I've never liked Apple. Anyone who knows me will tell you that I've never liked Apple after I found out that they got suicide nets for the Chinese workers. Literally, Chinese people murdered themselves. They killed themselves to not work for Apple. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Imagine going to work every day, and when you look out the window, you see a net to stop you from jumping out the window and killing yourself. But you know you gotta go to work. That's oh man, the world is just outrageous. It's outrageous to me. But Hong Kong is something that we all gotta pay attention to, man, because this Chinese government is outrageous. Oh yeah, and another thing I had looked into too. Gaddafi's son is thinking about running for presidency. Libya. Libya? I think that's where Gaddafi was. Am I right? But if y'all don't remember Gaddafi, he was a major. He was a president in Africa, not of Africa, because Africa has many different states, just like America. But he was the president. Yeah, this is why you gotta cross the bridge. The longer I stay here, the more enemies show up, and they are, you know, they're gonna try to run up on me and kill me. So I gotta get across the bridge. I gotta get out of here. What was I saying? Yeah, Gaddafi. I'm about to end this video, yo. After 30 minutes, you know, I like just 30-minute videos. But this guy Gaddafi, man, Gaddafi's son, is running, and I'm very happy about that. I think that that's a wonderful thing. And I thought that Gaddafi was a great leader in the sense that he, you know, what he wanted to do for his people, for Africa in general. The guy wanted to centralize the money. He was going to get rid of the American dollar. And his thing was like, we're going to use gold coins. So all African money would have been gold. And as opposed to oil. America tries to push oil on people, on different countries, telling them that they gotta accept our money and this and that, and a lot of countries, they not with that. Their thing is, you know, we don't want to do that. We want my main thing is the archers. My archers. My archers are ready. Free up this space. This guy's an archer, and I'm almost dead. Kill the archer. I'm about to end this video. 45 minutes, I guess I can keep it 45. Alright. So yeah, Flint, Michigan, Hong Kong, wear a mask when you're out in public around a bunch of people. Again, if you're by yourself, you don't need to wear a mask. That's fine. No one's telling you to wear a mask when you're alone. But if you're around a group of people, you should be wearing a mask. It's not just for your safety, it is for the safety of others. Many people are asymptomatic, meaning that they do not show signs of being sick. You don't know if you're sick. If you don't go to the doctor every single month, you don't know how healthy you really are. The average person does not go to the doctor every single month. Even when you have health insurance, the average person just doesn't do it. So, in order for you to think that, oh, well, I'm healthy, there's nothing wrong with me, I don't need a mask, you are an idiot. You don't know how sick you are. You're an idiot. You don't know. You don't know. So, wear a mask, not just for your safety, but again, for the safety of others. That is the number one most important thing. We are not just trying to protect ourselves, we're trying to protect other people, our family, our loved ones, people who we don't even know. We're trying to protect them as well. Because that is the whole purpose of wearing the mask. To protect people. So please, wear your mask. Also, Flint, Michigan, dirty water. Oh, this hurts my soul so much talking about it. I hate that. I live in the country. And there's still dirty water. That just makes no sense to me, man. So many things that make no sense to me. Like, what kind of world are we living in? We allow these things to occur. We allow these things. I say we, because I don't really think I'm that much a part of the problem, but in a sense, I am also a part of the we. I live in America. I live in this country. I live here just like everyone else. And although I try to do my best to reduce the amount of damage that I may participate in the sense that I try not to. Like I said, I try not to buy from Amazon. I stopped doing that. Actually, a couple of years ago, I got rid of my Amazon Prime account, so I don't have that no more. And I just really try not to use Amazon. I try not to buy anything. I saw Into the Loop, which is on Amazon, because my friend's at Amazon, she gave me her Amazon account, so I used that. But I try not to use that. Jeff Bezos is the very first trillionaire in the world, and this guy still, and he thinks that paying his employees $15 an hour is acceptable. The only trillionaire in the world is paying his employee $15 an hour. I'm not buying from this guy. I'm not giving this guy my money to make him even richer and keep people poor. Even though the man has enough riches to pay people a decent wage. He can pay his employees $20, $22, $25 an hour, but chooses not to. It's unacceptable, man. I'm not participating in that. Apple, and you know, do I own Apple stock? Yes, I do. Do I promote Apple products? No, I do not. Anyone who knows me knows I don't promote Apple products because, again, they got them people over there in China murdering themselves to get out of working for Apple. That means something. That has to mean something. Clearly, something is the matter. So anyone who owns an iPhone, you are a part of the problem. Yes, the hell you are. You buy a product that allows a company that knows it's mistreating its people to continue to mistreat its people, and you're giving them your money. It's just like a black person who goes to a restaurant knowing that the owner is racist. You are a part of the problem. If you know the owner is a racist, why would you keep giving him your money? You're not helping anyone. You're actually hurting all of us. So it's very important to just pay attention to how we spend our money, where we spend our money, who we spend our money with, what we're doing, what we're promoting, what we're putting on social media. Cannot emphasize this enough. What you put on social media is very important. Stop spreading misinformation. Please, 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 please stop spreading misinformation. No one's Everyone's gonna get sick wearing a mask. It doesn't happen like that. So please stop spreading those lies. Everyone stay safe. Everyone stay aware. Stay woke. Okay? Write your congressman. Write your governor. This is how we create change in our society. We have to complain. Not enough people complain. I complain about everything. I just went to... Where did I go the other day? I think I went to McDonald's. And the lady, I think I went to McDonald's, yo. And the lady, that was cold food, bruh. What? Immediately I got on the internet and left a horrible review. Like, bruh, this is unacceptable. There's no way during the pandemic y'all giving out cold food. Like, what are you talking about? And a lot of times you might think that it doesn't work complaining, but you'd be quite surprised. I have left bad reviews for many companies. They reached out to me like, we're sorry for that experience, let us do better. But please guys, pay attention to your money, how you spend it, where you spend it. Pay attention to the politicians, what they're doing. They don't want to give us no more stimulus checks. They're talking about payroll tax cuts as opposed to giving us the money that we need to live. That has to be something we all need to be paying attention, voting these people out. Okay, let's pay attention to Hong Kong, because again, the Chinese government is mistreating its people, and any government that mistreats its own people will in fact try to influence the rest of the world to mistreat their people. China, this is another reason why China is a very important player in the political game, in the world game, and why I think that I've been watching them for the last, I want to say like 2 years now. I've been really paying attention to Chinese news and Chinese politics, because I can't remember if I beat this level, do I get to keep my current soldiers with their skulls, or if they restart a whole thing. I think I get to keep my current soldiers with their skulls, which is why I'm going to kill these two men so I can take their skulls and soup up my guy. That's why you see I'm still here. Instead of crossing the bridge, that's why I'm still busting up the people with their skulls. Nice. Nice. Yes. So look at that. We got my man here. I'm gonna bring him around and eat up some skulls. Turn him into a demon. Turn him into a demon. So I'm gonna have 3 demons. And let's just bring out another person so they can have somebody else to kill, as opposed to trying to run up and kill them. But yeah, man, let's just pay attention to what's going on. Please guys, man. It's very important, man. I cannot emphasize this enough. I think change only comes when we all make noise, when we all unite. The power is in the people. Together we create the change that we want to see. Anybody got any ideas, any thoughts, anything to discuss? Leave a comment below. Make sure you like and subscribe, blah blah blah, all that extra stuff. I really don't care if you like and subscribe, it don't make no difference. Just the fact that you took the time out to listen to this makes me feel better, knowing that I was able to potentially put a thought in your mind to have you think about the world in a different way. But Martin Luther King said it best. Injustice anywhere, I think I'm saying the quote correctly. I tend to misquote Martin Luther King quite a lot, because a lot of times we think that someone said something, and in fact they did not say that thing. Someone else might have said it, or they may not have said it how it was. Just like the whole Joe Biden thing, when Joe Biden said, yeah, black people, if you're voting for Trump and you're black, you're not really black. You gotta watch the whole interview, bruh. Like, they turned that into a huge thing. Oh, look what he said. Yeah, the man is a racist. Donald Trump is a racist. If you vote for a racist, you can't love your own people. That don't make no sense. Donald Trump's a racist. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, Joe Biden is a racist too, because look at the crime bill. Well, look at the crime bill that he signed. Listen to what he said. He didn't do it the way that Hillary Clinton did it. Hillary Clinton called black people predators. She specifically said that black people are criminals and predators and this and that. All Joe Biden was saying was, bruh, there are a lot of crimes going on. Let's lock up people and let's give them minimum mandatories. I don't agree with the minimum mandatories. I don't even like Joe Biden. Let me just emphasize this enough. Anyone who's seen my videos know I'm a huge Bernie Sanders fan. But come on, man. Let's stop misquoting people, man. But like I said, Martin Luther King said it best. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. We all must participate in making sure that the governments around the world do not mistreat people. It is all of our duties to ensure the safety of everyone else. That being said, thank you for watching another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show. Check out JosephrBristol.com. And yeah. Everybody be safe, man. Wear your mask when you're out in public in a crowd, please. Alrighty then. I think that was pretty good. My thoughts were super scattered. I gotta do better with that. My thoughts be scattered.